The worst soccer players in soccer history. Even if the striker misses, he still has a chance to redeem himself by scoring at some point throughout the game. Welcome back everyone. It's never a good idea to continuously criticize people who make mistakes. Certain top-level attackers miss more goals than they score, making them the worst players in soccer history. Number 10, Freddie Adu. The next midfielder's career began with a bang, earning him the nickname the next Pele. In the early age of 14, he signed with MLS powerhouse DC United, and at the age of 16, he had a tryout with Manchester United, where United manager Sir Alex Ferguson remarked, "He is a talented child." Unfortunately, his career took a turn for the worse once he signed for Benfica in Portugal, where he battled to gain playing time and was frequently loaned out. He has now lost his spot in the American national team and returned to the Major League Soccer, signing in with the Las Vegas Lights following a 3-month search. Number 9, Nicklas Bendtner. Following up a call-up from the reserves, the Danish attacker showed plenty of potential in his first season with Arsenal. After 4 seasons as a key member of the Arsenal starting 11, he was loaned out to Sunderland due to a lack of form. As he battled to reclaim a starting place, the Lord Bendtner's Arsenal career came to an end. Following that, Bendtner had brief spells with Juventus and Wolfsburg before being released. He joined with the Nottingham Forest, then transferred to Rosenborg in Norway in search of playing time. Furthermore, owing to injury, he was left out of the Denmark's 2018 World Cup team. Number 8, Carlos Kaiser. The Brazilian striker is often regarded as soccer's biggest conman. This is due to the fact that he never played a match in his whole career. Carlos found out that he didn't love playing soccer after joining with the Mexican club Puebla at the age of 16. As a result, he would claim to have the muscle discomfort to avoid being picked to play. Kaiser also defrauded several professional clubs in Brazil, Mexico, the United States, and France into signing him by showing them phony footage of him playing, and paying fans to scream his name. As long as he maintained this mask, his transfer would be fruitless. Number 7 is Munir El Haddadi. Many Qs thought that he was better than Cristiano Ronaldo when he came to Barcelona's first team. His fall from grace, on the other hand, has been almost interesting. He is presently playing for the A-Labs after being released by the Barcelona A-Labs, are recognized for their ability to develop great players. Just look at Marcos Llorente and Theo Hernandez, but the young Spaniard has yet to make an impact. Indeed, he has only scored 8 goals in 22 appearances for the Spanish club, 4 of which came in the Copa del Rey. In the league, he scored 4 goals in 19 games, which isn't impressive for a striker. His ability to stay inside and keep the action going has also been called into doubt. Number 6 is Ali Dia. Ali Dia was a Senegalese professional footballer who had a 9-year career in his 17 senior games for no fewer than 5 teams. He has 2 goals. Ibrahimovic has played for a lot of teams, but his overall score isn't impressive, especially given he was a striker. One of the 5 clubs was in the Premier League. Yes, you heard that correctly. Ali Dia also played for Southampton FC in the Premier League in 1996. So, how did a player with such a mediocre track record and talents make it into the Premier League squad? It all started from a phone call from George Weah, a former Liberian international and FIFA World Player of the Year. He gave the Grammar Sonis, the manager of Southampton at the time, with Ali Dia's name as a recommendation. Or so it was thought. Ali Dia's fellow university student, pretending to be George Weah and Dia to be his cousin, and a good one at that, made a phone call. He called a number of the Premier League teams in an attempt to get Dia's services. Ali Dia seized the opportunity without hesitation. Who would turn down the chance to play alongside Matthew Letizia, even if it was made possible by a random act of kindness? Even though he failed the training sessions, Saunas felt that he had found someone who resembled George Weah. He persuaded Saunas to recruit Dia by claiming to be renowned striker George Weah, who played 13 times for Senegal. Dia was switched for a superior player only after half an hour on the game. Next up is number 5, Alvaro Morata. His inclusion could come as a surprise to some, given he has already scored 12 goals in all competitions in this season. However, it was not simply a random name that had to be included here, and as a consequence, I selected Alvaro Morata instead. He is here as a result of his consistency with the Blues. He scored 7 goals and added 2 assists in his first 8 appearances in the London club. He appeared to be one of the finest strikers on the planet at the time. However, he only scored 5 goals and added 2 assists in the following 23 games. This isn't exactly a good return for someone who cost Chelsea club record fee, but Antonio Conte's overdependence on him means that he isn't receiving the rest that a long-time season necessitates. As a result, he is in distress. Number 4 is Massimo Taibi. He was Manchester United's successor for Peter Schmeichel, and he was possibly the worst 4.5 million the Red Devils have ever spent. Rather than saves, his track-suited goalie had more slips from beneath his fingertips, resulting in goals. Tybee was an Italian goalkeeper that cost a lot of money at Manchester United when he replaced legendary Peter Schmeichel. Tybee is known for not always putting in the best effort, but the main reason he made the list is that he let go of Matt Letizier's shot during a crucial match, which has become known internationally as one of the worst blunders of all time, the kind from which one would need to win big bonuses online to recover. He only made 4 appearances for Manu, which is more than enough for him to be fired. Number 3 is Fabio Coentrão. The Portuguese left-back had a long and successful career, having presented his country in 2010 and 2014 in World Cups, as well as the Euro 2012. His excellent performances won him a move to the Real Madrid in 2011, but he was often loaned out due to his inability to fit out with the Galacticos group. Following his return to Real Madrid, he only made 3 appearances in 2016-2017 season due to a hamstring injury. Later, he was transferred back to his childhood team, Rio Ave FC, and defended the move to a lesser club by stating, "There is no money that can buy happiness. I was born to poverty, and I'm fine with dying poor."
Mais gol Brasil brasileiro! É mais que vem do planeta!
Number 2 is Gabigol. When Gabigol, aka Gabriel Barbosa, broke through, he took the football world by storm. Barbosa was considered the most gifted of the 2 Gabriels to emerge from Brazil at the same time. Gabriel Jesus, on the other hand, has not only caught up to him, but also one of the finest strikers in the world right now. Gabigol, on the other hand, after a dreadful experience in Europe, he was returned to Brazil. Inter welcomed him with a considerable enthusiasm in the summer of 2016. His first goal for the Italian club came in February 2017. Even though he spent part of this season on loan on Benfica. That was his final goal in the competitive football scene. Since joining Inter, he has been confined to just bench appearances and has never started a single match from the starting 9. This is why he isn't higher on the list, even though there is a case to be made for a lack of opportunities. Number 1 is Richard Dunn. Dunn has an eventful career that included stints with Everton, Manchester City, Aston Villa, and QPR. As well as being named captain of the Irish national side, Richard Dunn's career, on the other hand, was devoid of silverware. Since he never won a major prize in the top tier, Dunn always maintains the Premier League record for the most goals with 10. As if that wasn't bad enough, his terrible disciplinary record earned him another Premier League record of 8 yellow cards, while the current BT sports commentator will be remembered for years. It might be from all the inappropriate things. The finest Champions League players of all time are well known, but what about those who succumb to the game's pressure? But it is also a game where the greatest players aren't always there. In fact, many of them are so poor at what they do, the entire game is brought to a halt. Which soccer player do you admire the most? Have you ever seen a real-life soccer superstar? Which player's talent has most influenced you? Tell us all of these in the comment section down below. But other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.